Dave saran wrapped his car a couple times, or his truck. Dave, you're a loser and you're in trouble. I don't think you're a failure.
Dave's stupid.
Can't play.
Hello, and welcome to the audio commentary for Love and Air 2. I'm David Walters. This opening Flash animation sequence was done by Christopher Zonta, a good friend of mine, who I asked him just to do anything with the Red Donkey Productions, and he thought this was funny, and I agreed with him. My co-company, Love and Air 2, or One Letter Too Long Productions, I just thought this was funny. It came to me one day, and I went ahead and just did a quick little logo on my VideoWave software. The Turtles So Happy Together song I went ahead and put back on there because it's kind of a little joke to the first one, since there was about 15 seconds without any music at the very beginning, which was always one of my biggest regrets. I hadn't planned on making a sequel to Love and Air 2 when I originally did the first one, or to the first Love and Air, but everyone wanted one so badly, and I didn't have any other ideas for my Christmas present of the year. So I went ahead and did this because it's easy. You know, all I gotta do is film myself being a total moron in front of the camera, and it works with an inflatable monkey. It's a cheap thing to do. This is the very last thing ever shot in my truck because it has since departed. This was fun to do. I thought this would actually be a lot harder to do with the radio, turning the radio on and doing that. In the first one, it was so minimal with just one song for every segment played all the way through, and I finally, got to learn the software better and was really able to do some kind of interesting things, and I really like that. That's the first joke in the movie, and probably the last. Continuity and time is not really important in this film. King Kong came out in late December, and later there will be a scene of a Halloween section. So, this movie's not really intended to make you think. This all was shot at Discovery Office Systems, where I work. As a corporate slave. This is actually what I do all day, and I felt that this scene took too long. In fact, a lot of the scenes take too long to get to where I'm going, if I was going anywhere. I could have said "services is David" about half as many times as I did, I think. That's my own criticism, and I'm sure I'll be the most critical of this work, and you're going to hear a lot more of it. I got a little braver with this one, which is why I'm filming at my place of employment. And there'll be city scenes and stuff like that. But I also, after the first one, a lot of people wanted to help and would go out and film with me, as long as I didn't have the monkey. That's still kind of hard to grasp. A lot of people don't want to go out and get with a monkey. This is funny because anyone who knows me knows that I don't drink at all because of my religion. That's not true, for those of you who don't know. And here's the first element of a horror aspect. Ghost papers flying through the air. Those special effects were done by myself with a regular office fan. This was fun, and if you watch real closely, you can see the reflection of the car right there. But I like that scene. But it's not scary. This is my first opening credits sequence, which is just a recap of the first movie. I originally did one in summer of '06, '05 with a System of a Down song, and I thought it was really cool. And it was a System of a Down song that I, really liked, but it just did not work. So I completely gave up on that, and I liked this song from the very end sequence of the movie Saw. So I used it, just did the kind of scary black and white, had it, that way I'm kind of getting the point across that it's a horror film, even though it's about as much of a horror film as the first one was a light romance. I'm still shocked that I spelled everyone's name right. I don't think much of myself at all, which is why I put my name in here over and over again. I have a confidence problem. So I need to see that, I'm a man of all trades. Lowercase. Because of that's because a director, one of my favorite directors, actually does that. He does the lowercase stuff, and I really like it. It was always the idea that I would go into a depressive, alcoholic state from the beginning of the movie. That had never changed. And it had always actually been this song, because when I first heard this song, I've been a Green Day fan for a long time, ever since Dookie came out in the 90s. I was probably 14. And I had heard the song and it never registered that it was Green Day until their CD came out. That's an attractive picture. I like that. All the stuff with the monkeys jumping around, that was all done in CGI. ILM, George Lucas's. Oh, those were strings tied to monkeys. Becky actually doesn't smoke. This was a fun night. It was very cold out here. This was one of the final things I had to shoot because I had kept putting this off. That's actually me passed out. I fell asleep on that chair, and those are my glasses over my nose. And someone took a picture of it. Thanks a lot. This was all shot after hours. I had to. Oh, there's my reflection in the mirror window. I really had to work hard to talk a lot of these people into being, they're none of them are professional actors. I'm not a professional actor. But I thought it would just be fun to have more of my friends be in the second one. And when I told Megan that she would get to slap me, she was still hesitant, but I think that was the deal breaker. And she really, up here, she really does well into me. We tried it once where it wasn't a slap. I had fishing wire attached to my glasses so that they fly off, But that's a real slap. And she really hit me hard. There's some footage of me afterwards with my face all red somewhere. That was Dan Ducharme, sales manager.
This empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one. And I walk up, my shadow's the only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating.
Most of this stuff was shot on the week I took off because I procrastinate a lot. Those beach scenes are shot in the summertime. Me and a buddy, did that. That was fun. Like that. All those bottles on everywhere. That's from an actual party that was held at my house, and all my roommates and their friends brought all sorts of alcohol, and the place was just a mess. The only reason I cleaned it up was because I wanted to get that shot. That was fucking cold in that ocean there, by the way, if anyone wanted to know. Pacific Ocean is cold. Any chance I get to show myself shirtless, or any portion of nudité on film, I will take from now on. I think for number 3, full frontal is the only way to top. I want to cry. This is another song that all these songs I just kind of think are good. They're songs that I like and will listen to. And I tried to not make it a full-on, kind of hard rock, metal type thing. And I sort of feel that I was going in that direction. And I thought that was going to turn off a lot of my fans. Thus far, I haven't heard anything. So, I wrote this note with my right hand. I am left-handed. That is not a camera move right there. I'm just squatting in front of the camera while zipping up my jacket. I actually did need to do laundry, so that's actually me cleaning up my room. This was all shot. This whole sequence was shot in one day. There's the gun from Love and Air 1. I was just trying to think of different things I could do here. That always gets a laugh right into my diary. And then this always gets kind of an uncomfortable sigh. So I'm supposed to be going through some sort of alcoholic detox. I'm trapped in my room. Thank you to Porta Subs. I wasn't sure if everyone would get that I was looking for some sort of alcohol content, which I got from an old Family Ties episode where Tom Hanks played the alcoholic cousin of someone, and he downed a bottle of vanilla extract because he was drunk, which is what I was doing. I don't know if that would actually make you throw up like it did me. This was actually a mistake. coming up here with the TV. I actually just wanted a shot of me in the TV and back. But it made this really cool illusion. So I did something with it, and I made it and tried to make it a little scary. And then I see something. What is it? Truth be told, even I do not know. So don't ask me. But I wake up the next day fully refreshed and, detoxified. Because that's my statement about alcoholism, is that it only takes 3 days to cure. That's not true. That bruise on my arm right there was given to me by a good friend, Natasha. I won't mention her last name, Barber. But she hit me twice, maybe more than that, in the arm very hard and left me a huge welt. And that's actually a few days old right there. I make a lot of references to my groin in this film, with the Playboy scene earlier and the shaving scene there. I hope I didn't go too far, but it only gets worse. This scene actually ran very, very long, which is why there's two songs on it. Because I was not expecting it to be this long. This was shot at the end of one day. Everyone I could get to come over and shoot something did, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. There's a lot of outtakes of that in the gag reel. I hadn't known Marilyn very long. She agreed to do this. So, thanks to her. I had to talk Anne-Marie into doing this movie. She really did not want to, and I spent all of 2005 getting her to do it. And I think it turned out well. Rick Easy, the technician, he was just there taking a class, I think, and came over and shot this. His small cameo, free of charge. Didn't want anything for it. I didn't offer. Zach's another guy who had only been there for a few weeks when he came over and did this. I don't even think he had actually seen the first one before he came over and did that. Neither had Marilyn. So they actually really had no idea what they were getting into, and I felt bad for them. Tiffany. Tiffany knew what she was getting into. Tiffany says she'll never be in another one of my movies ever again. And if you go back, you'll notice that all the flowers fell off of my Hawaiian shirt right there in that cut. On the calendar back there, there's actually a big heart for the Love and Air 2 release date. I've been on a low-carb diet for the last 3 years, on and off, and so I really have a problem with sticking to it. And it's kind of an inside joke that when I do go on a carbohydrate binge, I have sort of some weird dreams, which is what the next segment's about. This is Eric. Eric was the Carbmeister. Carbmeister? I think that's what we agreed upon. I never credited him as such, though. So, he wanted to wear that mask and be my carb dealer. I shot this. This is one of the first things I shot after I first got my computer. Also one of the first things I edited, but then I lost all the footage and had to redo it. And I think it was actually for the better because I made it into a tighter, more concise. I also got a better shot of that pizza in December. So that's not the same pizza that you just saw. But what does it matter? Yes, that was a liter of Pepsi, which I probably actually did drink that night. And this is just a sexy eating of the pizza and drinking, carbohydrates. I feel bad that this never sank up. I never actually played music while doing the lip syncing. This night was freezing. This was probably 1 o'clock in the morning. It's one of the last things I shot on one of the last nights. I actually thought that this would be funnier than it was. Me dancing around with the monkey. How is that not funny? Same with the fight coming up. Didn't get as many laughs as some of the other things. And here's another use of Nine Inch Nails, one of my favorite bands. This nightmare sequence is pretty much just a lot of different things that I've shot, and everything scary I could find. My Cobra line, some old footage of my cats. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it doesn't matter because it's a nightmare, and nightmares rarely do never make sense. I thought I had hit myself in the testicles, which is why that scene was in there. The racquetball scene. This is my homage to Kubrick, my first one. Although Chris went ahead and did the Shining thing in the Red Donkey Productions logo. So close up of the eye, and every time it blinks it goes to something else. This is one of the only things I shot in Reading.